hopefully.
Alright, I hear the start.
Yep, and they're going. So I will
Yay,
admit,
Delibird!
cursed realm paradox. Did you make this?
Yeah, I did.
Cursed, cursed. Commentator bias. So I will say, having watched and raced against Geo and watched Ben's race, this is going to be very interesting because they both have very unique routing choices that they both do.
Ooh, a
Up,
Seadra is potential.
ooh, wow, Geo not going for the immediate Seadra. There it is.
Alright, so we have two different starters on our runners, so they will be having different rivals.
This is going to make things interesting. It's not often. Yeah, Bits, I knew without a doubt he was going to go for it. I guess he just wanted to check the other starters first.
Honestly, all three starters viable mains.
Even the Dunsparce, really.
Yeah. Uh, I can pull it up quick, but I do believe Dunsparce has decent stats.
Fair
If
enough.
I remember a race with Snorms where he ran it and got a 110 Cinco Bingo. No, 119 Cinco Bingo on a Dunsparce.
On a Dunsparce, wow.
Yeah, it was a sub 1 hour fly.
That's insanity. So, I didn't see Kingdra's moveset, but Ben has one really good move on his poke right now that I saw.
Never mind,
His hip,
Dunsparce is not runnable. Don't do
I
that.
Yeah, I didn't think so, Para. I was gonna let you have that one, but I was pretty
70
much.
attack, 65 special attack, 45 speed, no. But Seadra and Hitmontop are good.
Yep, they're both very good pokes. So,
Hitmontop being primarily physical, while Seadra is primarily special, until it evolves into Kingdra and becomes an absolute beast.
very much so. And Kingdra does work with both setups.
Yep.
You can run a physical Kingdra. It's weird, but you can do it. So here we're seeing Ben actually getting double lucky. He has a male Hitmontop, which I believe is. I want to say it's 75% to be male. I could be
Uh,
wrong.
I believe Hitmons are 100% male.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So he could actually have bad DVs, but he does have Earthquake,
which is
which is a
absolutely
great move to
incredible.
have. Probably the best Earth move in the game. Or ground type move. Earth move. Yeah.
Seadra having Crunch, which in this gen is special, so another good move to have.
He's also got Ice Beam.
Crunch Ice Beam, that is a powerful Seadra.
Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, Geo does have a slight disadvantage in DV spread purely because his Kingdra or his Seadra is female.
Yes, in Gen 2, your Pokemon's gender is determined by its attack DV, which in later gen became IVs, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah. The
And in
lower
Gen 2,
end of attack DVs is female.
so he can have anywhere between 0 and I want to say 11. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I is Kingdra a 25% male?
I can double check that.
I will double check that while you watch. Let me know what is the youngster.
Sure, I can do that.
All right.
Oh, we've got Son of Sandpie on the screen on Geo's side.
Okay, Kingdra is a 50-50. So that means
Okay.
that its attack DV is anywhere from 0 to 7.
So he's definitely going to want to run this as a special attacker, unless he's deciding to find a new main, because we saw him catch a Typhlosion earlier. I guess he wasn't happy with it. Also, hello to chat. We've got miscellaneous bits in here. Kato, Pokenerd, Luke, and Lucid. How y'all doing today? Hope y'all are in for some fun and a good run. Ooh. So, Geo found an Electabuzz, and it one-shot him with Petal Dance.
Yes, Seadra is a little fragile, is the problem. And yes, Electabuzz is a good main. That, and then we see a Nidoqueen on Ben's side.
See,
I'm assuming he wants to switch mains because Swift Earthquake was his Hitmontop.
That's not a terrible moveset on a Hitmontop.
No, it is
Fury
not.
Cutter, Slywave, Pedal Dance. That's not a great E-Buzz, but it's serviceable. Yes, Eagle. That is a very good reminder for everyone. Do not let your cat walk on your keyboard while doing a randomizer.
I have a cover for mine.
I don't have a pet, so I'm okay. So Youngster looks like he leads a Remoraid.
Geo
You wanna see the
immediately
next
locking himself into Pedal Dance.
Well, I mean, the next poke's only a Mankey, but... So, Bits, Nidoqueen isn't terrible. It's like B minus, C plus. The big problem you run into is that, you know, it's not ideal, because its stats are not great overall.
Nidoqueen is bulky with a slight suffering to attack.
Yeah, just take Nidoking's attack stats and put them in Nidoqueen's
8275.
and I believe King is 9285. I could be wrong though, but I talked to somebody about this the other night because we were in a race and one of the racers was running a Nidoqueen.
Nidoking is in fact 9285.
Yes. See, I'm learning. Now that's not to say Nidoqueen won't be good early game, because nothing's really gonna. Oh, that stinks. Ben got robbed. He's got a Spider-Man meme on his screen.
And Geo looking at a Celebi, which I hope he does not go to Trustfus.
Celebi is probably in. If it's not at the bottom, it's definitely bottom 3 legendaries you could look at for a poke.
That
In
double
terms of a
weakness to
randomizer.
bug is not friendly.
Not to mention also being weak to dark and poison and flying and ice.
And fire.
Yeah, it's got too many weaknesses for its own good. Its
And
typing
Ghost.
is very. Yep. And yes, we did see Omastar.
Omastar!
Thank you. My Omastar is not good. The best I can
Oh.
offer you guys is a Stitch Voice.
Geo getting a amulet coin. Probably
Yep.
the best held item for mid to late game, getting all that medicine money.
Oh yeah. Ben picked it up as well, I think. Yeah, he did.
It's a very valuable item.
Oh yeah. So it looks like Geo's gonna run the E-Buzz and have Seadra as a backup, which honestly, I'm not surprised. Geo's never gonna let a Seadra out of his party.
I would honestly consider keeping Visidra going.
I would think about it too. I think that Pedal Dance just kind of scared him a little bit, especially from an E-Buzz.
Pedal Dance being its primary move is not ideal.
I mean, it does benefit from Grass being... Is Grass special or physical in this gen? I
Grass
honestly can't
is
remember.
special.
Oh, so that's not great. So Ben's looking like he's going Gym first, and Geo's making the Sprout climb. So we've already got a little bit of route divergence. Let's see which one pays off better.
Why is Kingdra easier to find on the Pokedex? Sorry,
it's used a
I'm
lot.
just wanting to get the exact stats on Seadra, because I know it's got good special. 95 special attack,
Mhm.
95 defense, 85 speed. That is Seadra.
Yeah, and then it gets even better once you're a Kingdra. So it looks like Geo's teaching Strength to E-Buzz. That's a pretty smart play.
Yep.
One of the best normal type moves you can get.
Number 3, I would say, because normal has a lot of very good moves.
Mhm.
I would only place Body Slam and Slash above it.
I would definitely place Slash above it because of the high crit chance. I don't know if I agree with you on Body Slam.
Body Slam, I believe,
mean-
is slightly stronger than Strength with the paralysis chance.
Right, but it's also you also suffer from the lower accuracy. That's the only thing that ever gives me pause
I'm
because
pretty sure Body Slam has 100 accuracy. You're thinking of Slam.
you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
Slam is terrible.
Yep, and Chad is confirming it's 100%.
Yeah. One of the Slam jams is good, and it's not the one that you would think. It is Body Slam entirely.
Fair point, fair point. We've got a Lugia on Ben's side hitting him with Aurora Beam over and over again. Thankfully, Hitmontop is pretty sturdy.
Yes, Hitmons have incredible special defense.
Just don't hit him with a physical move. So, Para, if you had to run a Hitmon, which would you run? Lee, Chan, or Top?
Chan is always my favorite. It's the least runnable of the three, but it will remain my favorite.
Fair point. I tend to go with Lee if I can get it.
Lee is easily the most runnable.
And Top is somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
So Faulkner's gym is holding on to Elder Lee's job today and just being full of legendaries. And unfortunately on Ben's side, this Moltres has Psybeam.
Yeah.
And that is not something you want to see when your entire team at the moment is weak to Psychic type moves. He went for the Dizzy Punch, hoping for that, I want to say it's 10% proc, and unfortunately not getting it. And we're down to the Elder Lee fight on Geo's side.
Oh, and Ben getting confused by the Psybeam.
You hate to see it. And he's doubling out, so he's either going to go for the Sprout Climb. He's going for the Sprout Climb.
Which is a good play in this situation, as it's extra experience and a key item.
Correct. I have unless I have like a god tier main in these, I will not go. I will not go to the gym until I do Sprout 9 times out of 10. Yeah, Kennington, we've all done the rage reset at least once because we've just been beating our heads against the wall.
Oh, Geo going up for a really good setup on Elder Lee. The Fury Cutter boosts.
Mm-hmm. It's also unfortunate though because he did use that turn on 1 to set up the Fury Cutter start, and that Iggly buff rang a heal bell. Now I don't know if that persists after it faints. But if he doesn't one-shot something, it may be able to heal. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Fury Cutter's different. It's power up every successive hit.
No, Fury Cutter, that I know.
Yeah.
I was talking about the heal buff.
Oh yeah, it had Heal Bell Moonlight. So
I didn't know if heal bell persisted after the feint.
No, Heal Bell is when used cures team of status.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So it would not have affected Fury Cutter in the end.
So this was the 9. I missed it because I was watching Geo's side. And we're finding out now, unfortunately, I mean, we found out a second ago, that Sprout is not required.
Nope,
You hate
red
to see
scale.
You do hate to see it.
Which they could turn in for an experience share, but why would you?
Why would you? That's just nothing but time loss.
And here's Geo going into the Lugia Moltres fight.
Now, we only saw Aurora Beam from the Lugia, which is fine, and we only saw Psybeam from the Moltres. So we don't.
Oh, Ice Beam on the Lugia.
Oh, and the unfortunate Fury Cutter miss. Because he was trying to get it set up, but it wouldn't have really served him because going into that Moltres, it was gonna, even at max power, it wasn't gonna
do a ton of damage. Resisting it.
Very much so.
And now he sees the Moltres, so must realize that, oh no, it wasn't gonna work.
Yep.
Boomerang!
Boomerang, no! Geo is lucky in that, on average, Boomerang is only ever gonna hit twice.
Boomerang does only hit twice.
What?
You're thinking Bone Rush.
I'm thinking Bone Rush. That's right.
But Boomerang being effectively Earthquake. Oh, and a crit on it.
Ooh. So at this point, do you just keep wasting your potions, or do you switch out into the Seadra and hope?
Another crit, ow!
Yeah, Geo's making the play I would at this point. Just to mitigate
a third crit!
This Moltres is angry.
Accidentally healing the Seadra as well, that's gotta hurt. And Zap Cannon!
This is an angry Moltres. Did Geo save before this fight?
I do not know. he may have to go for the... Oh, that is unfortunate. Living on 1 in Bone Moraine Killing.
So that's going to be an unfortunate wipe. Thankfully
He decided to keep the wipe and keep the experience, though.
Yeah, I would have done the same. Yeah, Nate, this Moltres is horrid. It would be great if it was on our side.
And there is BenReddrock getting his red scale and learning that, unfortunately, it is not Surf.
Very true.
Surf would not have helped him anyway. Not with the Hitmontop.
No, but it definitely would have helped with having a move for that Moltres, because he doesn't have one.
And now we see Geo going straight into the strengths on the trainer.
Yep. So strength is a 3-shot. It looked like he low-rolled a little bit on that first one.
Yeah. Little unfortunate. Oh, we see Ben getting some X attacks for the fight, and and an X speed.
Hey, lucky crit. Takes down the Moltres on Geo's side. Yeah, I don't blame Ben for wasting his little bit of extra money,
Wow,
to get
Tank
those
Engine
items.
Snorms. As powerful as Snorms is in regular races.
You know, any trainer with Snorms' name is just a bad time. I think we can all agree.
And how is Faulkner the gym leader? He has that Weedle versus two... Oh, he's got a Ampharos to deal with the Flying Legends.
That's how we gotta win.
But unfortunately not at all an issue from Ampharos.
No, because Ampharos is very much a special attacker. And that's Fog, so if they get Surf, we have a lot of access open to us.
Oh, and an unlucky freeze on Ben's side, having to take another reset.
Ben is getting some really awful fight luck, unfortunately. Oh, Lucid, these things are awesome. If you want to check out more, we have a bunch of runners, a bunch of streamers who do this almost every day. And we have a ton of resources in our Discord.
Oh, this Lugia just giving Ben the business.
Lugia is a rough poke for one real reason. It is bulky. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it survives a lot.
The thing is, and a lot of people don't realize this, but Lugia can do a lot of damage. It has a respectable special attack at 9. Both attacks at 90. And a speed of 110.
It is definitely one of the faster end Pokemon in Crystal. Without a doubt. And Ben is through the Moltres. Let's go.
Honestly, Lugia's biggest problem being a very long cry.
That is one of its big sufferings, and the other one is that it's just allergic to a lot of moves. Because it also has a very unfortunate typing.
Psychic Flying's not too... Oh, another Amulet Coin. Psychic Flying's not too terrible. There's no 4x weakness, at least.
Very true.
Oh, and there is Waterfall on Geo's side. It's a different... It's a decent move choice until Surf is obtained.
It's effectively Water Headbutt.
It's a little stronger than Headbutt. It is an 80 power water move.
Now, if Snowbear is to be believed in my commentary that I did with him, teaching Waterfall is not always ideal because you sometimes end up getting Surf immediately after.
But with Waterfall that early, unless Ilex Forest is Surf, then teaching Waterfall now may be the best call.
Oh, I do not disagree.
And there's a Dig TM!
Let's go!
Useless for both runners. Except for the fact that you can avoid getting some escape ropes later.
Well, that saves you $550 for every escape rope you'd have to buy.
Unless Geo had caught that Nidoking. Stab dig on a Nidoking is pretty nice.
It is. I'm personally not too fond of setup move, like 2-turn moves in these, because it can cost you a lot, but it's not terrible. Paradox, I'm going to leave this to you for 1 second. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back, friend.
Okay. We see a Berserk meme on Geo's side. A quick $50 for him. Well, I'm surprised he has not equipped the amulet coin. He sold it. Or does he have it equipped already? I did not quite pay attention to that. But here at Azalea,
What item were you asking about, Para?
The amulet coin. They picked up another one.
Yes, Geo equipped his before going into Faulkner.
Very good call. And he's picking up super potions at the Azalea Mart, getting the warp point in case of a unfortunate faint in the well.
Which can happen. Sometimes that 14 is really evil.
I mean, even sometimes the 9s can be very evil. One equipped, one sold? Yes, until leftovers later, amulet coin is hands down the best.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, held item. I think BenReddrock has unfortunately hit the spinner at the end of 32. But seeing a Gengar, a quick earthquake to absolutely ruin its day.
Because Gengar suffers from not having levitate sickness.
And here he is getting his copy of Waterfall.
And we see a Kingdra on Geo's side. He's going to be a little heartbroken for what he now has to do.
Sketch Kingdra. And dead.
I know, Bits. I know. Geo's probably crying just a little bit right now. And that's an experience sack.
That is a lot of experience. Especially since both runners have physical capable mains.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that 1400 that early.
That was 2 levels for Geo? Or was that 1?
It was 1.5 about, but he did get 2 level ups.
Nice. And getting an HP up, that's even more money to go on top of that amulet coin.
Yep, a quick 5k.
Hey, there's our other main. So we have now effectively seen all 3 mains in some way, shape, or form.
Well, all 3 starters.
Starters, yeah.
Oh, he's going for the Fury Cutter setup to just wipe out all 3.
I can't fault him unless he has something that quad resists it.
Like that.
Yep. You hate to see
Whoa,
it.
whoa, that is a dig Dragonite.
Yeah, I'd be switching.
It's only level 9, but it will do a lot of damage, because Dragonite has very high physical attack.
And Paradox, we got chat reminding you that Dunsparce is in fact a runnable main.
Alright, so, hear me out on that. I raced Storms when he got that 119 Cinco Bingo. That 1 hour fly, it was insane. It had an incredible moveset. Along with a very friendly ROM.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not viable in the right conditions, it's just... these ROMs are never the right conditions.
Very rarely. And remember, this is coming from somebody who has run Delibird on multiple occasions.
I have seen that.
I mean,
it's always interesting.
It tends to have Ice Beam when I run it, and Stab Ice Beam on Delibird is still nice.
I found something that scares me in these key item randos when I was using a flying type one time. Stab Ice Beam Jinxed was frightening.
Ow.
Yeah. I exploded.
Alright, Ben starting his rockets while Geo is in the gym.
Seeing a Doug trio, as long as... Okay, I was gonna say, as long as it dies or doesn't have a side move, okay.
Neither of our racers using the Waterfall HM, though.
Oh, and an unfortunate dynamic punch on Geo's side.
It's alright, he
Gonna
has
have
a
to burn
Bitterberry.
Oh, I almost thought we had a Dear Diary, but we don't.
Ow, that was Sky Attack on the Donphan on Ben's side.
That's rough.
Very painful to that Hitmontop.
And for anybody who doesn't know, Donphan is very much a good main.
It is. It's a bit slow, but incredibly powerful.
It hits like a truck.
Confuse Ray Crobat on Geo's side. What
Oh,
an
man.
interesting problem.
Mm-hmm. So I guess now the question becomes, what was that hidden power we saw on it? Was it rock or was it dark?
Doesn't really matter for either runner.
Very
as both are neutral to Electabuzz and both are resisted by Hitmontop.
Yes, Gino, Gengar is in fact very runnable with a good moveset.
A special Gengar is runnable. Agatha's Gengar is not.
No, because her Gengar is physical.
And there we see Ben finding the Blissey. A
He's
two-shot from
definitely
both runners.
Ben's definitely going to be happy about that. Another 1400 XP. It should get him to 18 as well, and it does.
Yep.
Look,
Look at Geo. He's facing an Espeon on Bugsy.
it's not the boy, so I'm okay. He already had to kill the boy once.
Unfortunately, it only has Vice Grip, so it is not a threat.
No, it is not.
Or should I say fortunately? Either way, however you want to take it.
So we
And
have
the
Fog and
Thunder
Thunder.
Badge!
Oh, wow, 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 wow.
If Geo can find any stab move, that is going to be an immediate help.
Oh, yes. I think he'd even take T-Punch at this point.
I mean, I would take T-Punch anytime.
I'd rather have Bolt, but Punch is a good secondary. And Bugsy giving us the Roar TM, apparently.
As usual, gym leaders not being helpful when it comes to TMs.
You know, you're not wrong, but I have one caveat to that paradox. Before we started commentary, I was doing a practice run, and my very first TM was Flamethrower from Faulkner.
Ooh.
And I'm running a Starmie.
Ooh.
Uh-huh.
And here we see a Fury Cutter battle on Geo's side.
I mean, I can't blame him for trying to set it
he
up.
got the miss, though.
You hate to see it.
You really
And Granville is a very sturdy poke.
As is Dunsparce with its 100 base hit points.
Yep. And we've got a wild T-Pat in the chat. How you doing, buddy?
Hello there, T-Pat. Oh, that's Slash Dunsparce.
That's worse.
Stab Slash being the most powerful, well, the most useful normal move in the gen. And a Dodrio, wow, if that had Slash.
Yeah.
It has Sludge Bomb, that's good.
Any physical move on a Dodrio is pretty scary.
Dodrio is a very scary Pokemon.
I'm pretty sure that if Geo is not entirely committed to this E-Buzz, he might consider dexing it. But that's just speculation on my part.
I mean, yeah. Potentially getting that Dodrio. But it would all depend on where it is. If it's much later than 35, it's not a good find. And
Pretty
if it
much.
was earlier, then there's not a lot of good spots for it to be.
No, because we're running out of the guaranteed, like, evoed pokes at this point.
Honestly, Route 35 being the sweet spot to find it.
Hmm. And we've got Squirt, so we do have Ecruteak access in from Forest.
And potential main swap to the pseudo, depending on what it is.
If it's good, I'd definitely take a second to think about it. So, Para, are you going for Headbutt at this point, knowing full well that your opponent might have found a better main?
We have Waterfall. We have the TMs at the mark. We have Strength. Strength immediately better than Headbutt. So, no, I would not get Headbutt.
I am in full agreement.
Because even just the level 10 from the encounters is not going to be better than a near level 20 with stat experience. Look, is he going?
Oh, nope, he's
Oh.
looking for the Eevee. And finding out he already missed it, unfortunately. It was right outside of Violet. I'm thinking if he could have found it, he might have bought a stone from the mart and gone for either a Flareon or any one
I
of
didn't
the
see what it
first three
had.
evolutions. I think he was getting it more for. I think he was looking for it more for himself than anything. Because I know he likes to. He very much likes to use Flareon in these.
Flareon is a good poke, if just slow.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Ben has the super free rival.
Yeah, he does. Dragon Lord, I completely agree. Eevees are in fact friends. That's why I have 6 of them on my body right now. I have 3 more to go.
My wife Jasmine has an entire collection of Evolution plushes.
Nice.
With spares, including a Ditto Espeon.
Nice! Para, did you see what we got at a bike shop? Because I unfortunately missed it.
I did not. I don't think it was that useful, though.
Chat, can anyone tell us what he got out of the bike shop if you saw it?
Good Rod. That brings about a chance for a viable main, as that is immediately a level 20. And there's the bike! We are now going fast.
We should rename this to Sonic. And it looks like we're going to go for the Egg Deposit and Box Heal.
Meanwhile, Ben picking up his squirt bottle.
Geo going, yep, straight to the underground. Can't blame him. It's a really quick check with only one really required fight. Finding the goodest boy, or one of the goodest boys.
And we have Ben checking some of the items in Ilex, including a friend ball.
Well, that makes the meme possible now, if he decides to catch something later.
Oh, Geo finding a Firestone for free.
Exactly, Bits.
And the Clear Bell.
If he feels like running up 10, he can get himself a level 60.
I mean, first you have to get past the Sages and the Suicune, but yeah.
There's way too much time investment for that.
A lot of time investment, and you already have to have a good main to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But depending on how quickly you could get it done... I mean, a level 60 is a level 60.
Yeah. And a level 50 is a level 50. That's why a lot of people opt to, so we've got Vine Whip. Nothing good. I think that last TM was Belly Drum, though.
I thought that one said Restores.
Oh, I thought it said something else. I apologize. I read it wrong.
Either way, not the best for what we've got.
No. Picking up some full heals.
Geo wouldn't pass a belly drum.
Very true, very true. He does like to use belly drum strats when he can. And on a physical poke, it's a really, really good move.
And Ben is about to see
attack.
his disappointing TMs.
So, okay, Geo going for fishing strats.
Restores HP by half the max. It is recover.
Ugh.
And the last TM was lock on.
Aha.
Oh.
Hey, we got an Espeon. If you can avoid Mega Horn, Espeon's a pretty solid poke.
They do have a waterfall HM for it too. But so far it has shown us two very bad moves. Vice Grip, which not good for Espeon, and Fire Spin.
Fire Spin's only good if you want the chip damage. Wing coming in, dropping that brand new geosspone emote.
Whereas Ben just got his good rod, so will he check as well? Or will he trust his strength EQ Hitmontop?
I mean, it's not a bad poke.
It really is not.
I think Geo's going to go for one of the other 2 or 3 encounter slots on the rod. I'm going to drop an emote in chat just because I have it. So it looks like the Espeon is the 30. Or the 40, whatever its percentage is.
I can never quite remember the percentages. I think
Geo told me earlier, but for the life of me, I can't remember.
all I remember is 2 of the rods had 3 slots and 1 has 4.
Super has 4.
Super has 4?
Yeah.
Espeon
Yeah.
is 100%.
Pretty
It
much.
looks like it, as Geo is just abandoning.
I mean, I can't fault him. Maybe he's gonna check 34.
Did Ben go get his bike?
He did not. Oh, yes, he did. He went up tower.
Okay, so Ben has his bike, and he's going right into Whitney.
Not even checking underground. That's a bold play. I mean, we know what it is, but he doesn't. It could be Surf for all he knows.
Geo seeming to not trust his Electabuzz, going for more fishing encounters. Finding an Electrode. I would have at least checked the Electrode, as it is very fast and a capable special attacker.
I think he wants to find something better, though. And finding a Metapod instead.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with the Metagod?
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the Metagod.
I mean, I would be wrong, because there is a lot wrong with Metagod. Though if it had a full special move set, 1 level up till Butterfree.
Mm-hmm.
Butterfree having, if I recall correctly, 80 special attacks, so the cusp of runnable.
80 special and pretty serviceable speed. It's just very frail.
And super weak to rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Sacred Fire Gengar on Whitney.
That hurt, but not enough to stop him. Dragon Lord, I'm with you. Honestly, I'm very biased towards Eevees. But Espeon is hit or miss.
And with Vice Grip and Fire Spin, that's kind of a miss.
Mm-hmm. And Ben getting his Glacier Badge from Whitney with Geo right behind him. Hey, C, how's it going, friend?
Hello there, Sea of Darkness. Don't you have a match today?
He does, in fact, have a match with me at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Ooh, have fun with that one.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be an interesting one.
So you'll have enough time to grab a bite to eat after this race before having to face him.
Yeah, I should have just a little bit of free time. Yeah, see, I was doing the same thing. I was actually streaming before I was kindly asked to do commentary.
Yes,
so I stopped
thank you
my
so much
practice
for
round.
thank you so much for stepping in.
Of course, Para. Of course. I'm happy to help out however I can. You guys are an awesome group of people. I love this community. and I'm happy to do it and interact with everyone.
Yes, we have a very good community here. Just really lucky.
For anybody who's interested in getting into this community, as a fairly new runner, I definitely recommend it because the resources are great, the people are also great. I won't lie, I am slightly biased in this race because my key item mentor is the one racing right now, but I promise to give impartial commentary.
My key item mentor is not here at the moment.
Who was yours, Para?
Snowbear.
Ah, fair enough.
Yep,
Geos is mine.
he got me into it after Keys got me into the original Crystal Bingos.
I think it's safe to say Keys got 90% of us into Crystal Bingos.
Pretty much.
I started doing them because of him.
I switched to Crystal because of him. I was originally Gen 1.
I do remember that. I'd seen some of your Gen 1 stuff. And we've got Ben over at the pseudo now. Let's see what it is.
I don't know if Zeta and Sea of Darkness are getting restreamed tonight.
I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. I know they were talking about it. But I never got confirmation. But we will be streaming personally and doing live recording. So if you guys want to come check us out, definitely, if you want to watch another race, shameless self-plug, but definitely come check us out. C is a very good runner, and I've been told I put on an entertaining show every once in a while.
I think you guys do have a restream tonight, because I am seeing on the Randomania calendar that you two will be on Randomania 1, this very channel.
Alright. Wing, I might actually have an apprentice for you, friend. I will reach out to you via Discord after this race is over, and get you in touch with somebody. So we do have the Clefable as the pseudo.
Oh, I would have at least looked at that.
C looked at, I'm looking at C's name in chat. Ben looked at it, but it didn't look like it showed anything good. I didn't see him catch it.
But we do have the basement key.
Which I think Ben also picked up before doing kimonos. So I'm gonna mark it for him.
Yeah,
even if he didn't,
it's a very quick check.
Yeah.
But looking at this, we have our racers neck and neck.
Oh yeah. Ben picked up a lot of time by not having to reset on Whitney because of Sacred Fire. Though he is getting stymied a little bit by this Articuno.
Articuno being immensely bulky.
Which is its only saving grace.
I think it's got serviceable special attack. Like, that tends to be a theme.
Bulky with serviceable special.
Yeah, it's like Velugia. Yeah, 95 special attack, 85 speed. Also being the best looking bird.
Hard agree, unless you're talking about the Galarian forms, in which case Moltres takes the cake.
Ooh, Galarian Moltres looks really cool. Galarian Articuno, I think, suffered a little bit from its, look change.
Mm-hmm.
Zapdos is kind of fun, and Moltres does look just really cool.
Zapdos is just a Chocobo, but I will be getting it.
Oh, no doubt. Chocobos are great. Gotta have the Boko.
Wing, you didn't miss much. Our runners are basically at the same point. Ben is currently one fight ahead. Paradox made this seed, actually.
Yes, I did make this wrong.
So if this seed ends up going sideways, we'll get some hashtag blame Paradox in the chat.
I mean, the seed I made yesterday went well.
I did see that seed. It was really good. And our Kimono Girls is going to be Machine Part. You love to see it.
Also, we see both of our runners learning a bad move.
So, Wing, I have it pulled up. I'm watching it live with you guys.
Same here. I'm not seeing any lag on my end.
Yeah, I'm not having any hiccups. So Ben is now getting his basement key. We marked it a little prematurely, but hey, it happens. And Geo picking up his machine part.
One of the required items to complete this race.
Very much.
Ooh,
Paradox, do you want
Magmar.
to tell our lovely chat, for anybody who doesn't know what our required items are for what we call Go mode?
So, required for Go mode includes the secret potion, the card key, the machine part, the HMs for Surf, Cut, and Strength, and 2 or 3 of the Pass, Squirt Bottle, and SS ticket. Those are the bare minimum required items to finish a race.
Correct. And of course, with the HMs, you obviously need their accompanying badges, or else you can't use them, so hey.
And Badge Rando is a lot of fun, so...
Badge Rando is great.
It allows for some interesting routing when you don't know where your badges are going to be.
I'll give you a prime example. The practice run I was doing today, Fog badge I now know for a fact, because I stopped right before I found out, or right as I found out, is on Janine.
Oof.
Yeah. And that is the only badge it could be, because I'm locked behind it. I have no other checks I can do. I've checked everything at that point.
We
And
see
I
an
already-
interesting move on Geo's side, skipping Morty to go and do the Olivine checks.
I can't say as I blame him, though. Ooh, that's a super rod.
Oh.
I definitely can't say as I blame him, because it's 2 quick checks, and maybe, just maybe, he gets Surf. But unfortunately, that is not the case.
I mean, the super rod, so level 40 right there.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going for it.
Yeah, at this point, three gyms of experience, you can easily swap to a 40.
Oh yeah. Switching to a high level main is great when you don't have a ton of stat XP invested yet. And we've got Ben over in Morty's gym, I believe, unless he's still on Rival 3.
I believe he's still on Rival 3, seeing another Ice Beam Lugia.
That's risky. Geo not opting to surf in Olivine while he's there.
Fish.
That's an interesting... Or fish. Fish.
Yes, this is
Something
still
involving
Rival
water.
3, because there's Visidra.
Ooh, see, that's evil. Yeah, no, Vice, I'm with you on that. Getting those super repels really early is definitely going to be helpful in the long run. And with 2 basically free checks, I mean...
Interesting
you'd
play
have to
from
be bonkers
Geo.
not-
He is deciding... Like, he put off even Rival 3 to go to Olivine, and he's not even trying the fish. Does he trust his Electabuzz that much?
He might, or maybe he's banking on the 50. So why would you, if you're banking on the 50, why would you catch a 40?
Well, I mean, they have
switch.
no logical access to the 50, and it may be a while before they do.
They have no logical access to anything after this, I don't think, unless, what do you call it? Plain Badge leads us to Surf, and Plain Badge is here at Morty. Unless I'm missing something, because we have no Kanto access, we have no Surf access.
Yes, this must be Plain Badge leading to a required item on Flower Shop.
Mm-hmm. Which now puts Geo's play in a little bit better sense, timing-wise, because he already went to Olivine and did those checks. So if, in fact, like we're surmising, Plain Badge is on Morty, he just gets to double back to Goldenrod and call it a day.
Yep. Whereas Ben is likely going to go from here right into Olivine.
Because it's 2 more checks for him.
Yep.
So Geo definitely, thinking about it in hindsight, was probably the faster play time-wise.
Oh, I should pull up what the roamers are, since we just heard them.
Yeah, I unfortunately don't have my sound high enough for me to hear them, so I'm relying on you for that one, Para.
Oh, we were completely talking over my end of it. Okay, so what we have for roamers. Raikou is a Smoochum.
Oof.
Entei, however, is a Scyther.
Okay, I'd take a level 40 Scyther.
And, hilariously enough, Suicune is a Kingdra.
Oh. Now, if you're somebody who loves Kingdra as much as Geos, do you then do the Suicune, like, forced encounters? To get a guaranteed 40 Kingdra? Another Metapod on Super Rod. That's not ideal.
No, it really is not.
Luke, Smoochum could be decent going to Jinx in one level. Downside is, if that Jinx does not have a moveset, you have now invested in either finding the roamer or lucking into it.
But Scyther could be really good too.
It very much could.
I'm gonna do a little cheatsy and see what they would each have, though.
Ooh, cheatsies. I like cheatsies. That's a level 40 Venusaur on Geo's side.
Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I would not recommend that Smoochum. But the Venusaur's great.
Venusaur's a really good poke. It gets slept on a lot, but you can definitely make it work. Come on, get in the ball, friend. And Geo, unfortunately, running out of Pokeball.
Let's see, what does the Scyther have? Would the Scyther be even potentially runnable? These cheatsies are great to use. Okay, we're not going to see any help from those roamers. Just going to level with everyone from that.
How about the Kingdra?
Oh yeah, we have a Kingdra to look at.
So it looks also like Geo is opting not to look for that Venusaur again, instead going to 32. Maybe he's hoping he finds something better.
I did look at the Venusaur. It had 2 decent moves on it.
That's a Gengar on Geo's side now, as Ben goes into Morty.
Okay, that is an angry Kingdra. Mach Punch Earthquake.
That's a very angry Kingdra. Geo would like that. Gengar having Thunder is pretty good. Ideally, you'd want something a little better, or at least more accurate. Sacred Fire. This is an angry Gengar on Geo's side, as Ben
that thing
so far
still has Sacred Fire? Wow.
Yep.
Cheatsy powers activate.
Oh, stab wing attack from a Scyther on Morty. That's gonna be rough for Ben.
Ooh. Yeah, Vice, that is what it has.
It also now has Hydro Pump. So, it's a very angry Gengar, but unfortunately it does not have a lot of moves.
It has some inaccurate moves, but powerful moves.
But they're also very in short supply of PP. He's only got effectively 15 PP between all 3 moves.
Though I would say at this point, I probably would have considered teaching Waterfall instead of Hydro Pump.
I would be inclined to agree, but maybe, just maybe, Geo is waiting for that Surf HM.
Oh yeah, Geo understands that it must be plain badge advancement from here, so Surf is one of the few items it could be. Unfortunately, I do not have a log with where the key items are.
That's okay. I want to be surprised.
Yeah, that's a surprise we would like to see. But little bits of cheating to look at what moves Pokemon have.
Ben, unfortunately, Ben got bodied by that Scyther really hard. Stab Wing Attack on a Scyther, even 5 levels below, is very, very, very...
I'm worried that if he heard the cries right and knows that one of the roamers is a Scyther, that he goes for it, not knowing it has unlearned Wing Attack.
Well, the problem for Geo at this point is he has left Akrutique after releasing the roamers, so now they could be anywhere. If you're going for roamer strats, you have to immediately pick a route, either the one to the left of Akrutique or the one immediately south, and hope. Because they have a 50-50 chance of being on either one. And unfortunately, we've seen roamer strats just not pay off for a lot of different people.
Roamer strats is a dangerous game.
Very much. So it looks like Ben's getting through Morty now after setting up an acid armor to eat those wing attacks. A Shadow Ball Ho-Oh. Now, if this were Gen 3 or 4, that would be scary for that Hitmontop. But Ben getting through it, and that is the plain badge as we expected.
Yep. Well, I mean, looking at it logically, that is the only badge it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But Ben doesn't know that. He does not yet know that that had to be the case.
And it looks like Ben going to take his heal as Geo starts Morty. Now we know he's getting low on PP.
Geo did buy the X accuracies for this amazingly inaccurate moveset.
And in Gen 2, XX still guarantee hits, so that's a smart plan.
Ben heading to Olivine to get his Super Rod.
Taking the bottom route, that is something that I have seen recently. Because I'm very much a proponent for top route. And T-Pat, you're right, you only get them when you either least expect it, or when you're on a great pace and they show up to troll you.
Or when your key's in a bingo.
Yeah, we don't talk about that, Para.
Key's a robbery.
There's a reason he has the Keys of Luck emote. And Geo immediately noping back to Goldenrod because that is his only remaining check. And we have our first Keys of Luck in chat. Geo getting bike shopped. That's a little earlier than you would expect.
He did bike back and forth to Olivine, though.
That is true. And Ben getting himself a Super Rod, so he may also go looking for a 40 now. We don't know.
We also don't know what 40s are in Olivine.
We don't.
As that is a different fishing encounter table than Eckertique.
And 32. Or is it the same as 32? I can't recall. And we have our Kanto access in the form of the ticket behind Plain Bag. So we will be doing boat strats.
I'm a little sad that we don't get backwards boat today, though.
Ben just bought 50-odd super repels. That's an interesting choice. I don't know if that was some mismenuing or if he just wanted that many to begin with.
It may be all the repels he needs for the rest of the race. And
I only normally buy 25 at the most. So that's why I'm just a little confused. So forgive me for that, chat.
Also, having the amulet coin means he'll get that money back fairly quickly.
Oh, yeah. And Ben is checking that Super Rod. I can't say I blame him. Hitmontop's good, but if you can get a level 40 here, that's a Mankey. You're one level away from Primeape, and Primeape is an amazing physical attack. And with Hidden Power, no less.
Hidden Power not very effective on the Hitmontop, though.
Which tells us it's probably Dark. Because Rock would hit it neutrally.
Well, it's a wild encounter. It could have any Hidden Power.
Oh, that's right.
Cheatsy
It's
powers
only trainer
activate.
ones that do. Cheating powers. He can see the code.
Oh.
What is it?
That would have been a really nice main, as it would have Earthquake.
Earthquake Primeape?
Earthquake, Hidden Power, Sky Attack, and learn Mach Punch at 45 as Primeape.
That's an evil Primeape. That's a Primeape
that we will unfortunately not see.
And wow, I'm surprised. Ben is now finding his Metapod, but if he decides to fish again, he will get to see that Venusaur that Geo didn't take. If he gets lucky enough to find it. There's a Hitmonchan. Hey, Para. Got a Hitmonchan for you.
Already on my way to cheat the moveset on that one. What do we have?
It has Thrash. That's a pretty good move.
Well, good news. It has Thrash.
So
It
Ben,
also has Outrage.
that's just a mean Hitmonchan.
No, it's not. It's a confused Hitmonchan.
Well, I mean, it is a Hitmonchan. Oh no!
Oh,
Ben taking the unfortunate wipe, having not saved, has to redo Morty.
it means he loses his Super Rod. He loses his lost item. Neither super important.
Yeah, but Surf could be behind lost item. We don't know.
We do not. Well, he could pick it up again after getting Plain Badge.
Very true. Ben just got really unfortunate on that wipe to the Hitmonchan.
Yeah.
And having not saved before Super Rod, unfortunately, really costs you, because those 40s are just evil.
Also,
As
Morty
Geo-
was a problem for him.
It was, so that's gonna cost Ben a lot of time. They were pretty even minus those checks, and that hurts to see. Unfortunately, I've been on the receiving end of that before.
Meanwhile, we have Geo and Kanto going to one of two logical checks to look at.
So if I had to guess, he's gonna check Copycat first because it's
It's right
super fast, and then he's gonna dip over to Super Rod. And we get an egg from Copycat. Wonder why she was hiding that.
So at this point, I think that Super Rod has to be Surf to give progression.
Unless, yeah, I think it would have to be, wouldn't it? Geo opting for the save here. This way, if Super Rod isn't anything, he can just reset. But at this, we as viewers know that it has to be something progression based.
Oh, it could be, very unfortunately, but it could end up being Flash with Zephyr Badge on Janine. No, because he wouldn't have Surf then. This has to be Surf, right?
It is Surf. You are correct. So now I know exactly what Geo. Or at least I have a hunch. No, having raced Geo as many times as I have, you guys are about to get to watch Blind Rock Tunnel.
Oh, this is...
Yep,
Ugh.
and Wing in chat is right there with me. It's too good not to do. Getting a level 50 at just on Kanto is he's going for the Geo Wing.
Gengar.
Yeah, but maybe we don't know. I mean, you might know what the 50 is, but don't tell us. We want the surprise.
Yeah, I don't know yet. I have not
Geo
looked
is-
that up.
Geo is very good at Blind Rock Tunnel.
I'm gonna look it up, but I won't tell anyone.
Sea of Darkness, the Gengar probably is better. It just suffers from inaccurate moves and low PP. So if he can get a decent 50 with better moves, it might be worth the switch.
Alright, I have it pulled up so that way I can look at it when we get there. I don't know why that would matter. We'll see what it is when we get there.
Yeah, but you can check the moves. Oh, Geo taking an unfortunate turn and having to restart Rock Tunnel. You hate to see it.
You're right, I could pull up the moves.
Tell us the moves. I'm curious about the moves.
Alright, I can look up the moves, but not tell you what it is.
That's fine.
As
Are you
that
okay
is
with
an
that, chat?
interesting, That is an interesting compromise. Let's see.
Well, let's see if chat wants to know the moves. Chat, you tell us. Do you want to know the moves, or do you want to be surprised? So I've got 3 votes for yes so far, 1 for no. Geo, oh no, Geo taking a reset because he's having some issues with Rock Tunnel. That's a first. So we're pretty split in chat about the moves. So let's, you know what? Let's go ahead and leave it a surprise, Para.
Yeah, let's leave it as a surprise.
So instead,
Oh, he used an escape rope instead of a rappel.
oof. So instead of learning the moves, chat, what is your guess for the Snorlax? Since we know it's coming.
Yeah, let's see a few guesses.
I have a guess of Meryl from Wingage, so we'll keep that. Rufflewaddle says Quillfish. That would make Senpai happy.
Alright, I'm gonna write some of these down.
By all means, I'm typing some up myself. Bits is saying Kingdra. QC is saying 2 spoons. Vice says it's Mizzle. Any other guesses, chat? Dragon Lord says Jolteon. T-Pack coming in with the Smeargle. We got a Muck. Luke says Eevee. Getting an Eevee would be really good, because then you could just pop a stone
really
on
good,
it.
Yes.
And Geo is successfully through Rock Tunnel now. That's good to see. Kato saying Togetic. Kato, I respect that. Ben is through Morty again. He picked up his items from Olivine and immediately went back to Ecruteak. So we'll put those back on.
We have a guess of
for him.
Psychic Mewtwo.
If it's a Psychic Mewtwo, somebody owes Randomania. That's all I'm saying. So Sea of Darkness, it is not cheating. It is a resource. Resources are allowed. Pretty much everybody who can't do Blind Rock uses the map.
Yes, you are allowed to use the map to help guide you through. Now that we've seen Blind Tunnel, we get to see Blind Tunnel again.
Blind Tunnel Round 2. Yeah, there's no such thing as a special 2 spoons. Not in these randomizers.
You know, I realized partway through recording everyone's guesses that there's only one guess that would matter in the end. And that's if anyone is correct.
Do not confirm.
I'm not confirming anything.
I would also like to make a guess, Paradox. Would you indulge me? Chat, would you indulge me?
Go ahead, I have not shared the log.
No, he has not. I am going to guess, for the sake of the meme, that it is a Jinx.
That is a good meme.
You know, we haven't had a lot of memes in this ROM yet. I really want to see one. And yeah, see, I mean, I totally understand that, man. I was nervous about it in the first run too. But I had it up. So.
Alright, we have Geo out of Rock Tunnel getting his expansion card.
And he's immediately gonna head south and cut to the cut east and go get that Snorlax.
What's up, Hater?
And we've got, what's up, RNG? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, that was the Confused Ray Crobat.
RNG, you want to hear another what kind of rando? Geo's Gengar came with Spite. Alright, here we go. Let's find out who was right, guys.
And the answer is nobody.
Drumroll. Magneton. Oof. Not a terrible poke, but not something you want to run.
Oh, its moveset is awful.
Well, it showed us Perish Song, so I'm not surprised. Oh, no.
That is unfortunate.
Ben, I'm so sorry, friend. Maybe he's surfing. It is a different route. Or fishing. It is fishing, so maybe it's a different route. And with better pokes. What was the lost item check? Did we see it? I missed it. I was looking at Ben's side. Finding a Pidgeot. Lost item. No, sorry. The like vanilla lost item, not copycat. Para, do you have the log for that?
No, I
Luke is
believe...
saying fly.
Fly on fan club. Okay.
Thank you. So, Ben is still searching for a main, which is unfortunate for him. But he now only has one check left to do in Johto. So he's going to be getting his SS ticket, and then he'll be getting Surf.
Meanwhile, Geo's gonna go up against Surge, which, I mean,
That's a choice.
This Gengar.
Surge is definitely one of the harder gyms to go to on, early Kanto.
Yeah, Surge can very often be just an absolute wall.
He's also a monster. Excuse me. And Ben getting his bike shop now. Earthquake Kingdra. Geo is quaking in his boots if I'm him right now. He does have a max revive, thankfully.
Spite the EQ away.
He'd have to live 2 of them to do that. But he is successfully through it now, as Ben makes his way back to Olivine. So it looks like that Kingdra was Geo's barrier to entry on Surge so far.
He did miss Thunder on Vikingler, though, and thankfully Vikingler didn't have anything to absolutely ruin his day with.
And he did manage to land one Thunder on it, which is all you need. Octazooka on Chikorita. He tried to sketch to see if it had anything good. And Surge gives us Cascade. Geo's gonna be happy about that for his Surfs. And Ben, unfortunately, hitting the optional outside of Olivine.
Easy fight, at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's free. So, what gym do we think Geo is gonna do next? Is he gonna go do his time skip training arc, or does he go do Sabrina since he's here, even though it's not technically in logic?
Apparently, he first decides to go see the few. Oh!
Yeah, I want that move. That's a move you always want to see. Goodbye, Sacred Fire. Hello, Flamethrower. What? Okay, Ben forgetting he doesn't have Surf, and almost trying to go to Cyanwood. And yes, RNG, the future did pay off. Looks like Geo's going to be getting his bye-bye a go-go prompt. And if I had to guess, he's going to leave checking Machine Park till after Misty.
Yep. He's going to go do his little training arc.
See, if I were in this situation that these runners are in, before even doing my training arc, I'm going over to Celadon and I'm getting some because I know I'm gonna need them. Even with a 40, it's gonna be rough going at first through Kanto.
Well, part of it does come down to the DVs on this Gengar, because Gengar is a special monster.
Very true. Now, it is male, so it can have anywhere between 7 and 15. And if you're on the low end, it's going to be a little rougher.
But it's a Gengar, so that really doesn't matter.
Very true.
Yeah, 130 base special attack and 110 speed.
Yeah, Gengar is a very fast, powerful boy. Ben getting through his fight on the SS Anne so far. I don't know if he knows you can lose this fight.
He may be wanting to win just to get some stat experience, but
I can't fault him for it. Yeah, Dragon Lord, you're not wrong. Gengar is a very dangerous poke. Even if it's not built well, with 2 good special moves, it does a lot of damage.
um,
I'm curious
Ben?
what Ben's doing. He's opting for the box instead of.
He's preparing a death warp.
But to what end is my question? Unless it's going to be the Saffron Death Warp.
Probably for the best. Get the Saffron Pokemon Center, go get the Super Rod, and then warp back to Saffron.
And then I guess go do Surge. Maybe he's not confident in his blind tunnel routing. And my friends in chat and this lovely co-commentator of mine, Paradox, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water because I forgot to grab some.
Alright. We see Geo going up against a Parasect, which he will immediately banish to the Shadow Realm. Ben heading up towards Saffron. As I said, he's probably going to set the center as a warp and Death Warp there after the Super Rod Surf. Oh, and checking his lost item to get his Mystery Egg.
Let's go, Mystery Egg. By the way, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I heard something about a Shadow Realm banishing. Is that true?
There was a Parasect, and it did get hit by a flamethrower, to which
That
it
will
is
send it
deadly allergic.
Very much so. I do think you're right about that Saffron Death Warp. As long as Ben doesn't hit an optional here, he should be fine. Opting to
Having to be
stagger.
careful.
Hitting that tree unfortunately puts that rotator slightly out of position.
And he has made it to the Super Rod check.
T-Pat, the flamethrower TM was Mr. Psychic act.
Ben now getting his copy of Surf. Vice, he didn't use the center, but he did step into it.
Which is all you need for a Death Warp. Or a Teleport Warp. As Geo now goes to fight Misty. Done with a successful Death Warp.
Oh, he didn't go to Saffron. He stayed in Vermilion.
Okay.
No, we know that Flamethrower was in fact from Mr. Psychic. Surge does not have ATM to give you.
Yep, none of the Kanto gyms give you TM.
Two of them do. Janine and Erica each give you ATM.
Ah!
Janine normally gives you Toxic, while Erica gives you Giga Drain.
Fair enough. And we've got Ben teaching Surf now to his Nidoqueen. Can't fault him for that. It looks like he's going to be teaching Sketch to his Hitmontop over Psybeam. Now that's a choice. We didn't see a lot of moves in Surge's gym, so there's a potential that he'll find something amazing.
But I feel a little less confident in this Hitmontop than I did in the Gengar, which we see a rainbow badge.
We do. I mean, the
Good.
Hitmontop's not bad, but that Gengar is definitely going to help Geo a lot. And Card Key.
Ooh.
And Geo just needs one more badge. Yeah, he needs one more badge, so I think Erica's going to be the smart play next.
He
It
can't
is.
do Erica as he does not have Cut or the Hive Badge. I
You are
believe the
correct.
play is in fact. Oh, he's going to do Sabrina. I would have considered Price, but Sabrina with this Gengar should not be much of an issue.
I don't know why I thought we had Cut and Hive. My brain is just like focused on what the next play should be.
Ooh, that's a Mega Punch Heracross on Ben's side.
See,
Heracross
that's
being
unfair with
a physical monster.
Is that sketch
Spore!
worthy?
Mega Punch, I would say no.
Fair enough. That's a dangerous move to see in Kanto no matter where you are. Nightshade? Nightshade's just dangerous overall. Yeah, Vice, I'm with you. I mean, you've been in races with me. I'm very much a strong proponent of clear out as much of Kanto as possible. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it costs you.
Especially since Price would be out of the way.
Mm-hmm. And that's the Marsh Badge.
The Vanilla
Of
Marsh
Sabrina.
Badge.
That is our first what kind of rando for the game.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, we've seen some vanilla moves.
I was talking like gyms and stuff.
Oh, yes, that is definitely interesting seeing a vanilla badge. Especially
It
a vanilla
happens, but it's
Kanto
rare.
badge.
And Geo looking like he's immediately going back to Johto, which is probably the better play.
Yes, doing Janine now could be very unfortunate. Unless, of course, she had Fly. Not Fly, Storm Badge.
If she had Storm, it would help, but we have no way of knowing that.
And that
Plus,
is a bit of a gamble at this point.
clearing tower is a lot slower overall, but if you do that first, you're getting all that extra stat XP before going against
Since
Ape.
Geo does have the card key, he can full clear the tower.
Yep, he can one-shot it. He won't have to climb it twice.
In fact, at this point, there is only one key item that Geo needs for Go mode.
Yes, indeed.
Wait, two. I forgot Cut.
Yeah, we don't have Cut and we don't have Potion. Card key was on...
Card key was the machine part.
Yeah, I like Geo's play here, honestly. It's probably... More than likely, it's the right play.
Oh, he's opting
going
for
to Hideout.
Mahogany.
Okay. Another good play, because you do have 2 key item checks there.
As well as some more low-level experience.
Mm-hmm.
And the look at a shiny.
Alright, chat, get your guesses in for the shiny now. We've only got about 45 seconds until Geo gets there.
A bit less, because he is very quickly repelling through that route.
Oh yeah, he's blazing. I'm gonna say it's a Yanma.
I didn't even think to look it up.
Vice is in it with Umbreon, LJ's in with a Mewtwo. Let's find out. We got a Fearow at the last second. It's a Pinsir. It's so blue. And it will be banished to the Shadow Realm.
Zombie Pinsir.
And getting Whirlpool. So now, we have an option, guys. We could go get a level 60. It's not worth it, but we could do it.
He can't, actually, because he does not have Silver Wing.
Oh, that's right. We do need that, don't we?
Yep.
Well, if we get the Silver Wing out of Hideout, we could. Not that it would be worth it.
No, this Gengar is too good. Since we're not going to see them, I'm going to go ahead and look up what Ho-Oh and Lugia are.
I am genuinely curious.
Nothing worthwhile.
Fair enough.
Well, I mean, maybe, depending on move sets, but they are NFEs.
NFEs. Clear.
Yep.
Would you care to clarify?
Alright, well, one of them is a male Nidoran,
Oof.
so it would lose out on all of its level up moves. Low kick Megahorn Nidoran male. The other one is a Natu,
Okay.
which I believe again loses out on all of its. It gets one level up move, and it would have one move. It would have T-Bolt.
Hey, T-Bolt fine's not bad.
No, but it would still need a level up to evolve, and it would lose out on the 7 gyms of badge experience, of stat experience that have already happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, NFE means not fully evolved.
And we're seeing on Ben's side here, he walked out of Surge's gym after the first trainer to take a heal. Probably not feeling super confident in his remaining PP and health pools. Can't blame him for that. And we did see on Geo's side, he got through not only a hot dog, but a Frieza. Mega Hornito King with a couple of good TMs could make it very good, RNG. You're not. And it does look like both of our runners have opted for sketch strats at some point. Chat, did Ben beat Surge? I was looking away from stream. I apologize. I'm a bad commentator. Oh, he reset out? Thank you, Bits. And it looks like he's going to get himself some X items to make that fight a little safer.
As usual, Surge being just an absolute monster.
Yeah, I used to very much beat my head against the wall on Surge, but I've learned from losing a lot that sometimes it's better to just save him until you get some more levels on you.
Also, realizing he's on the wrong floor for X. Oh, is he buying full heals?
Oh, opting for those instead of X items. That's an interesting choice. And it looked like he was resetting.
He's on his way to
stream hiccup.
He is on his way to get X items by the look of it.
When
there's a small bit of stream lag coming from Ben's side. Yes, Geos has had incredible movement and routing so far.
Yeah. Geo knows what he's really got a handle on his routing. And his movement.
Oh, we have Ben selling some items to afford X items.
Selling a lot of his repels. That's a bold strategy. Yes, we do hate Slugma, Bits. We do in fact hate Slugma.
What's wrong with Slugma?
It's a meme in Geo's chat. If you use exclamation point drown in Geo's chat, it says all my homies hate Slugma or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact wording of it. You'll have to forgive me that little lapse in memory.
I mean, its only major crime is evolving into an absolutely horribly statted Pokemon with a very unfortunate typing.
Very true. Ah, okay. So, Bits is giving us a clarification that Geo lost a race after getting walled on a Slugma. So now it's a meme.
And Ben hitting an optional in Sabrina's gym.
Excuse me. I mean, that's going to be good for him in the fact that he's going to get some extra.
I mean, Caterpie experience, but...
Experience is experience. And seeing a Jolteon, that's... Ooh, and getting the flinch. It then boosted its physical with Skull Bash. As Geo is working his way through Hideout, is he going to check Hideout TM? I don't think he will with this moveset.
No, this is a very good Gengar.
The only thing that might make it a little better is if that Thunder was Thunderbolt instead, just for the boosted accuracy and PP. But now we're arguing semantics. Exactly, Bits. It now has Sketch, so both of our runners are opting for that play. I'm hoping it pays out for them.
Oh,
And it
Ben
looks
getting
like Ben
slightly lost.
Yep, he's struggling a little bit, but oh, hitting a second optional. Chat, we've only got a few seconds before it happens. What are your guesses for the electrodes? Drop them now. So, Teapot looks like he's guessing Meryl, the Bee, and Bits coming in with Pikachu, Ebuzz, and Squirtle. And Wing with Dragonair, Mr. Mime, and Stantler.
And there's a Jigglypuff.
We got and then Teapot with a secondary guess of Triple Electrode, which it is not, unfortunately, Teapot. And then the Vaporeon. If we had found that earlier, that's a pretty solid poke. Wing with the triple puff.
And a Sentret.
So no good electrodes this ROM. And Ben taking a reset on Sabrina, finding that Nightshade Scyther. A little too much trouble. I'm curious what Ben's next play is going to be. Para, did you see what Lance gave Geo? Because I was watching Ben's side.
I did not.
Chat, we need your help.
Again.
We're trying, I swear.
Silverwing.
Silverwing. So we could go get the 60, not even though we know it's worthless.
I mean, this 49 Gengar is going to be better than almost any 60. And that is a lot of time investment to go get.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Ben is deciding to go back to Surge.
I believe he has a couple more levels and some X items to handle it.
Excuse me, Chad. I have the worst cough today.
Delibird! Price knows what's up!
And Delibird is dead. Congratulations, Geos, you have just killed Christmas.
Aw. Hey, the Vaporeon's back.
And Ben seeing the Donphan on Surge's side. What kind of rando? 2 ice types in the ice gym.
The Swinub, yes.
And a Soul Badge.
Oh, and Ben taking another reset.
You hate to see it. Unfortunately, his Hitmontop is just not bulky enough to really power him through this fight.
No, Hitmontop does suffer from a lack of bulk.
It hits hard, but it takes a lot to get it going. I would sketch that move.
Okay.
If I were Ben, I'd be trying to sketch that Shadow Ball right now.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Earthquake Shadow Ball is a fairly powerful moveset, walled by all the normal flyings. But he has strength to deal with that, so...
Very true.
Yeah, this Hitmontop started off looking like it could have been doable, but has just not picked up speed.
No, he is definitely kind of, and it's unfortunate to say, but he very much seems to be stuck right now. Having done a bunch of these, I've been in that situation many a time. And Geo is now opting for rocket radio tower. Yeah, his low bulk overall with his HP pool being that low is what really caused that Hitmontop.
Wait, really? It has 95 physical defense?
If RNG is correct, which I'm pretty sure he is, because he can check that a little faster than I can.
Definitely faster than I can. I get lost on the dexes sometimes.
Uh, yeah, no, RNG is correct.
Wow,
5095 110.
They gave it better defense than Hitmonchan. But Hitmonchan hits a lot harder.
It just sucks it can't use its real moveset in Gen 2. Chan is faster, Lee is a little bulkier, and then Top is a little more powerful, I think.
So Top has the best defense, I believe. Lee has the best attack, I believe. Yeah, that 120 attack and 87 speed. Lee is fast and hits hard, but has no defense. With a 53 physical defense.
Yikes.
Top is well-rounded, with the highest of the defenses, but the lowest speed.
Yeah.
And the lowest attack.
And Ben is now opting to go back to Joda. I'm guessing he's gonna go do Mahogany. Some shit. Or he's gonna go do Tower. And
Geosketch Psychic? Oh my god.
This Gengar has just become a god.
Even at...
Mizzle Sticks hopping in to drop some good luck. Hope you're doing well,
Hey, Mizzle,
friend.
how are you?
Timing is a funny thing, you say.
Yeah, he got in just as a Shuckle appeared.
He heard his call. RNG, I think you're right. Because I do think you're right.
Hi, hot dog. Bye, hot dog.
Yeah, hot dog eating a surf from a Gengar is just evil.
I don't even think that Geo can be stopped by a Blissey at this point. The sheer level of special attack Gengar has can break it.
It's probably a two-shot.
Oh, I bet. It's still 135 base special defense with all of that hit points.
Yeah. So, Para, I have a question for you. Do you open card key door before going up, or just save it and do it all in one shot?
It would be optimal to open it on the way back down and do it then. But I tend to open it on my way up.
I also tend to open it on my way up.
It's only a few extra steps.
And you have to take them either way. And we're getting some hiccup on Ben's side, guys. It got a little worse there for a second. But it looks like it smoothed back out.
Yeah, his stream seems to be having just a slight issue from time to time. But now
Probably
he too gets to see his...
Zombie Pinsir.
Grape-flavored Pinsir.
It had cross chop? My god. I would sketch that.
Yeah, do it.
There you go, Ben. Now you gotta move.
If the other move that the pincer used would have been good too. Meditate.
Yeah.
Free X
And
items.
Ben picking up his whirlpool now. So it looks like Ben's opting to get badge 7 from Price. Unfortunately, him not having fly is going to hurt him if one of these badges ends up being Storm.
Did Ben beat Sabrina?
He did not. He noped out of it.
Yeah, this is going to be badge 6 for him then.
Oh, you're right. So he's going to have to go back to Kanto either way. So it's looking like he just wants to clear hideout and get it off the table for himself.
I think he
which
wants
I
to
don't
get
blame
the
him.
experience done.
Yeah. As Geo starts false director. Yeah. Sword Stance would be great. And Ben seeing the Frieza. And getting an item finder of false director. You hate to see it, but at this point, we're running out of key item checks, so we know that cut has to be either here at the top of tower or its basement. Am I correct, Paradox?
I believe so, but they still do not have the Hive badge. However, Geo does have the option of going and fighting.
He'll be able to
Chuck.
do Blaine, Janine, Chuck, and
Well, right now Chuck is in logic with the items he's got.
it is.
Also, Cut could be in Cyanwood, either at the pharmacy or on Chuck's wife.
That's probably the better play, because it's a little slower to get there, but it is to check.
Did that him on top just learn Drill Peck?
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
Now it's getting up and running.
So, looking at the item layout, Ben may be thinking of doing Chuck as badge 7.
I mean, I can't fault him for it. He has the accent.
Yeah, Sabrina and Surge have just been incredibly rude to him.
Yeah. See, they fixed it so it's not in West Kanto anymore. Because to do West Kanto is just an atrocity. I mean, it's still viable. See, if you want to do it, I don't think it can be required anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it either.
No, that is a lot of movement in time.
Oh, yeah.
As well as needing Rising Badge and Waterfall.
Correct. And we get cut from the right director.
Alright, so there's only one item left that Geo needs for Go Mode. He needs to find that secret potion.
Now the question is, on your way to Cyanwood, if that's where you're heading, do you climb Lighthouse?
Yes.
To unlock Pharmacy?
Yes. 100%.
Vice, I will tell you now, friend, if they add that as an option, I am never taking that option.
No, that seems like a very risky option. Though the option that I am waiting for to be fully, not quite fully implemented, but fully finished, is randomized Janine.
See, the only thing I have one problem with that. Just one. Randomizing her is all well and good, but then it just creates a bunch of safe scum.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There is an easy way around it.
Unless, like, as an option, you can't save scum inside of that gym, but that's a whole nother set of coding you have to then implement.
You can let me dream.
Look, I'm not gonna step on your dreams. I'm just saying, like, logistically speaking.
Alright, then I guess the other experimental one is neat too. The randomized copycat item, which item she wants you to bring her.
I do like that. I do like that. Looks like Geo's opting for Ice Path.
Interesting.
That's a choice. Do you think he's gonna go do Claire and see if she has Storm?
Well,
It's
Storm
a
Badge
time
can
sink.
be any badge.
Very true. Unless he's
Yeah,
hoping
if you
that
prevent safe scumming inside the gym, people just save outside.
Yeah.
So it's something you would need to have an honor system agreement with your opponent.
Yeah, and it then it becomes, you know, an honor thing, because some people are gonna do it accidentally or on purpose and then claim it's accidental. It's a whole nightmare logistically.
Yeah.
And we find the pass in Ice
The
Cave.
door is closed. Ben forgot to get the passwords.
Oof, I've done that. And it does in fact look like Geo is heading for Claire. I like this play. It's a little bit of a time sink without Fly, but it also saves you from having to do it later.
If she has the Storm Badge, it will have immediately paid off, though.
Oh yeah, he'll be blitzing at that point, just trying to find the secret potion.
Though he also needs the Hive Badge, so
She could be Hive too.
yes, she could be a very much desired badge.
Or she could be nothing. Maybe she's Zephyr.
That would be possible if Janine is a required badge and Chuck is a required badge.
Well, we do have Surf access, so Blaine could even be a required.
Yeah, Blaine could be Secret Potion.
Heck, Blue could be Storm
Blaine
Badge
can't.
for all we know.
Blaine can't be Secret Potion. What am I talking about? Blaine cannot be the Hive Badge.
Why couldn't he be the Hive Badge? Is that out of logic?
It sure is.
Okay,
Can't access West Kanto without cut.
very true. See, sometimes I can see through the code, other times it blinds me. So Ben getting himself through the rocket hideout. He's only got a couple of fights left. Gonna get his silver wing, and then I'm, like you said, Paradox, he's probably gonna just blitz straight over to Chuck.
It would be the best move at this point.
Houck, you could do EQ. Well, you could if you had Rising. But without West Kanto access, you'd have to do it the hard way.
Yeah, it's not currently in logic.
Vice brings up a good point, Paradox. Rising could be vanilla and force them to do E4 for that West Kanto act. Because maybe Old Man is cut.
Yeah, Wingage is still correct here, though. Cutlass West Kanto is not in logic. The current logic for the randomizer requires you to have cut to access West Kanto.
I always
So
forget
while
Elm.
you could do that, it is not in logic. Cut will not be the old man.
Now here's a thought.
Yes, it could be Elm.
Here's the thought. And here, I want you to hear me out. Basement secret potion.
Please no.
I think these runners would have some choice words for it, if it was.
Nobody likes required basement.
No, they do not. I'm really hoping my ROM is not required.
But at least we know it's not card key vanilla.
Very true. Yeah, I think it's 9 or 10 fights Sea of Darkness.
The problem with basement is just the amount of movement. And our runner's still not having fly.
Yeah, not having fly is rough because that's a lot of movement to double
Well,
back.
having fly, just not having the storm badge.
So if you're, I have a legitimate question for you. If you're Geo at this point, let's see his badge first. Volcano. So Claire was not a needed badge at the time. I mean, it's good for Geo because he's got this badge boost now, but if you're Geo, do you head south back towards New Bark and then go that way to Golden?
No, you go through Dark Cave.
Oh yeah, you can do Dark Cave.
Yep, Dark Cave to Violet.
And that does not look like the play. He is going back through Ice Path. Which I did that the other night, and backwards Ice Path movement is very interesting because your muscle memory is designed for the one way.
Honestly, Blind Dark Cave is not that difficult.
It's really not. It seems difficult, but it's a lot of just unilateral movement.
Yeah, there's a lot of being able to use bonks to your advantage.
Oh, without question. And especially in this kind of situation where your audio is purely yours, it's very, very easy to listen to bonks.
Yeah.
You don't have anybody in call, unless you have like music on in the background or something.
Which apparently Halkery does, but
I tend to, honestly. Like if I'm doing my streams, I'll have music on.
I should probably do that. I tend to mute my mic anyway, so I could just set my phone up to play some music.
What do you call it? I'll have my mic on because I have a few friends who just hang out in my chat instead of watching it on the restream, even though I tell them to. But that's just to talk to them if they say something.
I close my chats when I race.
Fair enough. I might have to think about that when I do my race later.
And there is the soul badge for Ben.
Let's go, soul badge.
His little pink heart. Yeah, emote only is probably a better choice.
What's that? I don't have that option.
But I tend to have my mic off as I also tend to do the audio for my races.
Very true.
So just either hiding my chat window, minimizing it, or closing it out entirely works for me because I can't even respond.
And Geo is in fact climbing Lighthouse like we thought. As Ben now makes his way back to Olivine. He does have his silver wing. We did forget to mark that. Our apologies, chat.
I just realized that I have a couple of pride emotes.
I have a bunch.
I have exactly 4, and I do not have... I have 4. I do not have Pog.
You don't have Pog?
Nope, I did not get Pog. Those are the 4 that I have obtained.
Hold on, Para. I'm gonna blow your mind here. I've been a part of a lot of scam trains lately. Bits is right there with me, matching me emote for emote. These are some of the best Pride emotes Twitch has come up with. Hey, and there's a Blissey, so even at 33 levels above, it is still a 2-shot for Gengar. Looks like Ben is doubling back. It looks like he might be going to do Lighthouse as well.
And we have everyone showing off their Pride emotes.
If you got them, guys, drop them in chat. They're amazing, and...
They are really good.
And yes, Bits is correct. Happy NBD. Dragon Lord, I'm with you. Dragon and Lion look really good.
I do have the dragon, at least.
Mm-hmm.
God, they're so good.
Twitch outdid themselves this year. Last year's were okay, but these blow them out of the water. And
I love that we
Geosspone
got just so distracted with that and not paying attention. However,
Secret Potion was vanilla. Let's go, Paradox. Good job, friend. Geo, my friends, is now officially in Go mode. He is purely on a badge hunt. Sub 2-hour Go mode. We take that.
Meanwhile, Ben is doing the lighthouse, so he will also get his secret potion soon.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that would be better is if Chuck was also vanilla now.
The ability to fly all the way back wherever needed. Yes, that is incredible. Unfortunately, his wife cannot be vanilla as Geo already has fly.
Correct. God, where was Cut? False director. Or
Yeah.
real director. It was either real director or false director. Did Ben ever pick up his card key?
I believe it was true director.
Yeah.
Did Ben get his card key?
I don't know.
Because that was in Cerulean Gym, wasn't it? The machine part?
Yeah. Oh no, Ben doesn't have his card key. Oh no.
Did you check his stream?
He never did machine part, and you're right, card key was machine part.
I'm looking at his stream right now. He has not picked it up.
Oh, that's rough. Yeah, he never did Blind Tunnel. And without Cut, he's gonna have to hope for Zephyr. Choosing to fight the optional there. I don't know why. But hey, more power to you. Karate Chop in the Lighthouse TM, that's not bad. Did he talk to Jasmine? I didn't see him talk to Jasmine, I might have missed it because I was watching Geo's side for the item.
I would assume he went and talked to Jasmine.
Chuck has a fighting type. What kind of rando?
Not only any fighting type, but it's his own Primeape. In vanilla spot, too.
If that was a Poliwrath, it would have just been game over. I was calling it. Well, true, Wing. But it would have been ideal, so because now he won't have to go back to Kanto to get that card key. Chuck giving us the Zephyr. And Ben did get his secret potion, okay. I got nervous for a second. Not gonna lie, I got
At
a
this
little nervous.
point, Dark Cave is still not in logic.
It is. No, it isn't. We don't have Flash.
We do not
That's
have Flash
strange.
or Hive Badge. I'm assuming that Jasmine is going to give us the Hive Badge, and if she doesn't, it means that
Something
Flash
went
is
wrong.
behind Elite Four.
Or it's basement.
No, even then, I believe that Jasmine has to be Hive Badge for logic, unless it's Janine.
Chad is also pointing out it could have been Chuck's wife. We did not see that check.
That is true, as Geo is in go mode, key item wise.
No, Bits. Elm can have Flash. We've seen it before.
There is not a Dark Cave in front of Elite Four. Both Tojo Falls and Victory Road are very well lit.
Well lit is kind of a stretch, but they have
Why?
light.
They're lit just like Slowpoke Well.
Yeah, but Slowpoke Well's a well. You expect it to be kind of gloomy.
No, it's well lit.
Oh my god, Paradox. Doors on the left, bud. We got Geo turning in his super potion as Ben makes his way through Chuck's.
Alright, so if this is not the Hive Badge, then that means that Janine has it. Mizzle, please. Okay, I'm gonna have to reset my timer. I can't reset it right now because I have to have Randomania stream open.
Hey Mizzle, do me a favor. When you unban him, let me know so I can.
Still totally worth it.
I give you credit for the pun. That was a dad joke worthy of all dad.
I just feel like it would have been better if I didn't have to explain it like it did.
there-
Storm!
We take that. So Geo is now in Blitz mode.
It means that Janine is in fact the Hive Badge.
But that's okay. That's okay. Because now Geo pretty much knows where it should be. And I have a hunch he's heading straight for it.
Oh, no doubt. Flying to Celadon would be... Oh, he hasn't been to Celadon
He
yet.
never went to Celadon, so he's going to have to go through Saffron. And Ben getting his Zephyr badge.
And this is where he'd be able to use Flash in Dark Cave. If he had it.
Are you now saying that Flash is a trophy?
Sure is.
Dinkelberg! And we now find out Chuck's wife is Blue Card.
Another unfortunately useless key item.
So that only leaves us with, what, 2 more key item checks that we have available to us? And that's Alum and Basement. Or am I forgetting one?
Yeah, Elm and Basement are the last 2, and neither of them is going to be needed. Oh, and
Yeah,
Old Man.
But Old Man shouldn't have cut.
No. What's left is Flash, Old Rod, and Coin Case. Which maybe it will be like the race I commentated yesterday, where Old Man was Old Rod.
I've seen that a time or two.
Thematic.
Well, I mean, that's the running theme in Crystal. All these old men giving an 11... a fishing rod. We'll PG it up.
Yeah. But soon Ben will have Fly, and the world will be mostly open to him.
The world will be their closed oyster.
Their cloister, if you will.
Ah! Can somebody ban Paradox from commentary for about 30 seconds?
Anyways,
Alright,
Geo on Janine, so he should have his hive badge shortly.
You're killing me, Para. I love the jokes, man. I love them, but you're killing me. And Ben is on his... Which fight is he on? Did he... Oh, he hit the optional in Lighthouse, didn't he?
I believe so.
And Janine going down pretty handily on Geo's side.
I mean, Janine is the weakest of the Kanto gyms.
Which is surprising, because I normally have... Oh, excuse me. Way more success with Erica.
I mean, by the time you reach Erica, like, you've got a lot of experience, because so many other gyms are doable first.
True, and there's Hive. And the Dunsparce runnable meme comes back. Oh my god, Wing, why?
Thank you, Wing.
I've been trying so hard not to pun, and now you guys are just throwing it at me.
Erica is one of the last gyms I tend to do.
I tend to go from Erica into Brock 9 times out of 10. And then I'll go down for Blaine, Janine,
Yeah,
and
Erica, Brock. Let's start that one over. Erica, Brock, Blaine, Janine, Blue.
Yeah.
So that would mean that Erica is usually badge 11. Block and Brew, yes.
Block and Brew. Yeah, see, Sea of Darkness does it like me. If I have cut access, I go kill Erica. Just get it out of the way. Because she's got the most fights in Kanto. Wing! Wing, stop it! Her, did you see what Wing just said?
I did. He unfortunately missed one word in that.
Yep.
No, you got the right HM. You just forgot to put my.
I threw one in just to join the party. What did Ben just finish doing? I missed it. I was busy typing my message to Wing.
He flew.
Ah! So he has his storm now.
I believe he does, unless he biked back.
He must have biked back, because he doesn't have fly.
Hold on, let me check his stream quick. He does not have his storm badge.
He does not have his storm badge. Did he forget to do Jasmine?
Maybe he forgot to... Maybe he couldn't beat, Jasmine.
Oh, he's doing the basement play. You have the last two backwards. It's Whirlpool Waterfall. Erica gives us Boulder.
Oh, he doesn't have Fly.
Yeah,
That's
but you
right,
said
he
you
has
just
not
looked
yet-
at his tracker and he doesn't have storm marks, correct?
Correct, I'm looking at his stream right now. He has Zephyr, Plain Fog, Glacier. He has Boulder marked.
He doesn't have Boulder. Did he do Erica and we didn't see it?
He can't. He doesn't have Cut. Or
He might
Hive.
he might have clicked the wrong one.
Entirely possible.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. We'll mark Storm for him.
Yeah, keep Storm marked. But if he has Storm, why did he... Oh yeah, he doesn't have Fly, that's right.
He hasn't done Rocket Tower yet. Or that wasn't where Fly was. Where the hell was Fly? Fly was... Oh, Fly was Viridian Fan Club.
He hasn't turned the power back on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I do the same thing. If I'm not sure what Kano badge I got, I look at all my Johto badges and think of which gyms I've done and then figure it out from there. Excuse me.
But we have Geo on the last stretch of badges.
Yes, he is.
Hey! Ah, the unknowns. Almost always A on,
I've seen a few
opponents.
different letters. I've seen X, I've seen H, I've seen T, I've seen
We saw
Y.
R this past week.
Saw R?
Yeah, we saw R.
Wow, I missed that one. Excuse me. Vice, I don't think that's going to be in version 7, but I know they're working on it.
Ooh, there was a Y? Neat.
And Brock gives us Mineral. So that means Blaine is either rising or... And I'm willing to bet Blue is vanilla again. He's been vanilla a lot lately.
Well, if I remember correctly, each badge has a slightly increased chance of being vanilla over any other badge.
I believe you're right. And yeah, Bits, I'm with you. I've seen too many dead Umbreons. I'm getting sad.
Oh, you want to see Unknown?
Unknown only exists in Gen 3? Is when it got introduced, I think?
I believe so.
Wayne, you could have just said 28. You didn't have to add the digging.
But wait, isn't TM28 Tombstoner?
I thought it was Tombstone-y.
No, I prefer Tombstoner. Tombstoner.
Everybody does.
Yeah, that one was such a cooler name.
I think Ben is checking basement to see if card key's vanilla, which we know it isn't, so this is either going to get him his coin case or his old...
Or Flash.
It could be Flash, you're not wrong.
Which, if it's Flash, that will put a machine part in logic for him.
Mm-hmm. As Geo starts Blaine, Ben's on another one of his basement fights. And Son of Sandy.
And
it explodes. Quillfish has very unique typing. I like its typing, I just hate its stat distribution.
Well, I mean, it's not the first of its type. There was the Tentacool line.
Very true. There's not that many, though.
Water poison? Not really. Later gens you get Toxapex.
And I think Dragology.
Yeah. Good old Skrelp.
Mm-hmm. And Blue is once again vanilla. Yeah, Toxapex Marini. Yeah, Arrow, we're pulling for him. He, unfortunately, his main suffered a lot of early game setbacks.
Yeah, the Hitmontop not performing very well.
And, as always, the safety save in front of Blue, because if you don't, you are either with the best main possible, or you just don't think you're gonna lose.
I mean, this Gengar is monstrous.
Yeah, but I'm still taking the safety save and probably setting up.
He's also a higher level than Blue's lead.
Which is funny.
Yo, conversion 2!
Let's go conversion 2. Yeah,
this Ariados has nothing!
So that's a fun little thing, guys. anybody who's interested in getting into these, I don't know the exact odds, but there's a very high chance that if you guard spec turn 1 and they have a stat reducing move, they not almost always, but fairly consistently get locked into trying to lower your stat.
Assuming they don't have a super effective move for you.
Correct.
Look at this Bugmaster!
Is Blue just Bugsy in disguise today? And that
More
dies
bug!
to fire. That dies to fire.
Banished to the Shadow Realm.
2 Shadow Realm entries for the week.
Oh my god!
What is going on with Blue today? Blue is Bugsy. Blue is freaking... Geo must be dying of laughter right now.
And now Geo has his Earth Badge. It is time for the Elite... Well, he can
Not
right
yet.
now go
Get the fly point.
Yep.
Definitely, if you have the option to get this fly point for Mount Silver before you do E4, do it. It's only about a 10-second save, but that 10 seconds can save your life in these races.
Yes, we have seen matches come as close as a minute or two. I remember my match with Snorms came down to a 5-minute difference.
Mm-hmm. And then the race with... Who was it the other day where it came down to 1 bad reset? Which is only a few seconds.
Yeah, that one did happen. Was I commenting on that one?
I think... No, you weren't. They were talking to us about commenting on that one.
Ah.
But I was busy, and I don't remember if you commented on that one or not. But that was the one from the other day. It was Hulk versus Tom. Sorry, Hulk.
I was on that one.
Yeah, that was the one I couldn't commentate.
Yeah.
I wish I was on comms for that one. I would have been popping off.
Yeah, that was such a hype match.
Yeah, see, I saw your race with Fine. That was a good race. Yeah, and Hulk and Tom's race was insane to watch. Looks like Rival 5 is pretty easy for Geo. We got Ben doing some exciting shopping.
He's got a pretty massive lead on level.
I know, Para. I know. I'm just saying. Like, he could have... Rival 5 could have had something dangerous. We don't know. Could have had
that is true.
Geo Tauros, for all we know. Yeah, see, I only got to watch part of that race between Hulk and Tom, but it was good. Go check the VOD. It's definitely worth a watch.
That was a very good race. The Sparse!
The runnable Sparse!
It's dead!
It was on... Was it on 1 or 3, the Hulk and Tom race?
I think they were on 2.
Ah. So, Ben looks like he's going to be doing his keyless rocket...
Hal confirms it was 1. My bad.
Okay. But yeah, see, I definitely checking that out. I definitely recommend checking that race out, because it was so freaking good. There was a lot of good stuff going on in that race. And Geo is now clearing out his inventory, which he almost always does when he gets to this point.
God, all of the money he's still got after buying all of the healing.
I know. Per, are you going to make a
amulet
Dump
coin.
versus Runnable command in your chat now? For all the memes?
I may have to at this point.
Also, we're about almost 2.5 hours into this run, and I realized we haven't done something.
What's that?
We have not given a shout out to Randomania or our runners.
Oh my god, how could we have not? Randomania has been so good for us. helping us set these up, letting us use their channels, their layouts. It has been amazing. And our runners are exceptionally good at this.
If you haven't...
Yeah,
Go ahead, Tar. Oh, alright. I was gonna say, if you haven't yet, definitely drop Geo and Ben follows. And honestly, all of the racers in this tournament are amazing people and great runners. And they put on a really great show every time we're here.
And
I'd also like to... Oh,
well, I was
go
gonna say,
ahead,
while
Paul.
you're at it, definitely give my co-com Overlord Zeta a follow, and ban me in your chats for the terrible puns.
And more to make him reset his ban counter.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't yet, Paradox is another amazing streamer. He does a lot of cool stuff. I definitely recommend it.
Oh, Geo
And
just
yeah,
got affiliate?
he
That's
did.
amazing.
Any Geo subs, let's drop that Kingdra in chat for the people so they can see his awesome emote.
That is a good Kingdra.
It's a beautiful Kingdra. I have talked to him privately, and he has talked to me about the ideas he has for his next two emotes that our good friend Zyra is actually working on for him.
Ooh, nice. She's a great artist.
She is a wonderful artist. If you don't follow Zyra Fowen, you should. There's a lot of memes about her, but they are not safe for this channel.
Oh no, not even slightly.
And Mizzle dropping the Kingdras. Let's go.
And there's Geo past Koga.
As Ben is working his way through Rocket Tower. Oh, Wing, trust me, you're getting banned. Yeah, Zyra, it got approved. And it looks so good.
Speaking of Zyra, hi there, Zyra.
There's the artist herself. Yeah, Bits, the new one hasn't gotten approved yet. Oh, trust me, I'm reaching out to Zyra as soon as I make affiliate, because I got some emote ideas I would love. We're all distracted talking about Zyra as our runners are... Geo is now through Bruno, and Ben is about to go do his last fight before False Director.
So he will soon have his Fly HM, allowing him better access.
False Director was Fly? No.
I thought False Director was... no, Real Director, I mean.
No, Real Director was cut.
Oh.
Fly was in Fan Club.
That is correct. So he'll soon have cut, but no badge to use it with.
Because he did not go do Janine yet.
Which it always feels bad when Janine is a required badge.
It is, because we always tend to leave her till later. Just in terms of efficient routing. Oof,
but
missing the thunder.
With SS Ticket being the Kanto Axis, he'll at least go past the fan club. Maybe he'll decide to do Tunnel.
I mean, it makes the most sense at this point. You know? Because he now has Zephyr, so he should be able to get through it without a lot of issue.
Well, he doesn't have Flash yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Which at this point, it tells us it's either on Old Man or Elm.
Oh, he has Flash marked on his tracker.
But we haven't seen Flash unless we both missed it.
We may have.
It's genuinely possible.
Oh, because he did Basement!
That's right! Basement was Flash. I totally forgot to mark it.
Best fight music in the game. Let's go, Lance.
Lance has a banger of a track. All the Kanto gym leaders have a really good fight track. Lance has a good one. Red's isn't bad, but not ideal. What does False Director give us again? I don't recall. Item Finder. That's right. I remember now. Took me a second.
Oh, Ben doesn't have Card Key. That's right.
because he never turned in his machine part. So Geo's looking at about a 232, give or take. Would you say, Paradox?
Honestly, a 228 seems likely.
I'm erring on the side of caution because Red can take anywhere between 4 and 8 minutes. And Sea of Darkness is saying it should be sub 230.
I have not looked up what Red has for a lead yet.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Be surprised like the rest of us.
Well, I mean, I tend to look it up to see if it might be a challenge.
That's fair. Looks like Ben is going to check Ice Path, which we know is not a go mode. And he may well go do Claire. Oh, hitting the Maniac. Wing saying 229.38. Fair estimate.
You want to throw another number in there, Wing? We do have one more decimal point.
And Geo going for the swag blind silver. It's not as difficult as it looks. It's a few short turns, and you're at the stairs. So Geo got a little twisted up there, and he's through. Ben is about to enter Ice Path as Geo gets set up for Red. Popping that rare candy, getting his Gengar to 64. Arrow saying 228.57. That's going to be close, Arrow, because Red can be really stally. And it's a Rapidash. It's a level 81 Rapidash, and if it has a good move, it's going to hurt.
It has agility.
It's got Mud Slap. That guard spec coming in clutch.
Oh,
Sleep
that
Powder.
is my dog. My apologies.
And that's the pass for Ben. 230.01 because that would make Geo sad. Bits, come on. You're his mod. You're supposed to be rooting for him. That Rapidash is putting in some work.
It is.
But Geo's basically getting free setup right now. Oh no, the crit at the end. Yeah, 230 is basically dead. Okay, alright, Bits, I'll let you have that one. Sub 230 would have been great to see. Early game crit. And he's asleep again. Friendly reminder, guys, for anybody who doesn't know, crits ignore all stat setups.
Yep.
Positive or negative in this gen. Arrow saying 229.57 now.
Oh?
The switch out. Oh no.
Oh!
Okay, that's not terrible.
Okay, it missed. If that had hit, that could have hurt a bit.
Yeah, artillery hits pretty hard, especially. This might still sub 230 though. It's slightly possible. But also remember, guys, our timer's about 30 seconds behind the timer you see on the screen. I have the live timer from the race room up right now. Paradox, can I leave you in charge of marking Ben's key items while I watch this clock?
Sure.
Oh, and Christmas is canceled again.
No.
Alright, and it looks like that's a GG. And I can now confirm Geo's official time in the race room was 2:29:38.
Alright, I'm entering his time now.
Let's get that bad boy in here for some commentary.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Geo and
Give me a
GG,
quick second.
friend.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Now I have your stream muted.
Okay, I already muted like all the desktop audio on my stream, so wouldn't have been heard anyway.
Alright.
But yeah, that was a pretty good Gengar.
That was a really good Gengar.
The finding the flamethrower TM and sketching Psychic off the Golbat is what made that thing usable, honestly.
I mean, you had a pretty fair moveset before that.
Yeah, it was okay. Wasn't the best, but it was okay. Because it just didn't have a lot of PP or accuracy. But flamethrower over Sacred Fire was huge, and sketching Psychic off of that Thunder Mist was really huge as well. No, go on.
I was gonna say, how did you feel about all those Kingdras and Umbreons you had to kill?
Happens.
And it looks like Ben has gone
Forfeited.
into forfeit. So,
How far did he get before he ended up having to forfeit?
he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 badges.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his main Hitmontop was not having a good time.
Oh, he ran the starter Hitmontop?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I really wish that Siege starter was actually a Kingdra and had that same moveset, because Ice Beam Crunch was super nice.
Yeah. So you want to know what the Suicune was? I'm sure you already did.
I heard what it was. I'm well aware of what it was. And that thing had Earthquake.
Alright, I'm gonna pull Ben into the interview as well.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Hello, Ben.
GG,
that was
Ben.
Massively unfortunate with the Hitmontop. Ben?
Maybe his
All
mic's
right,
muted.
Okay, I think he's there now.
I don't hear him.
I don't either. So, gentlemen, what was your general opinion of the run?
Overall, it wasn't too bad. The amount of time I had to spend searching for Secret Potion and Cut, and then later Hive was a bit annoying, but yeah, got to deal with what you get.
True.
As Bit says, the early blind rock tunnel really paid off.
It really did. There were a lot of things that were locked behind Rock Tunnel and or rather the lock behind the machine part quest. So getting that out of the way early was definitely good. I was upset that. So you probably were wondering about why I reset after escape roping that one time in the tunnel. I lost my place where I was. So I escape roped to retry it, and then when my repel wore out, I wanted to re-up it, but instead I escape roped, and in my frustration I accidentally pressed all my 4 buttons that would cause the reset, because it's just X, circle, triangle, square on my PS controller. And just had to do that over, which was unfortunate. But
yeah, it was weird to see you struggle with blind rock, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the third room. I got stuck on something and I couldn't figure out what. I think
a couple of frames late is what got you. I'm pulled up while you were doing it.
I'm pretty sure what happened is I turned down to move, but I don't think I actually moved. So when I went left and then up, I was confused why I wasn't moving up further.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ben, are you there now?
Yeah, I'm there. Sorry, I had my wrong speaker set up, so there'd be reverb if I talked.
All right. It's unfortunate to see that the Hitmontop got walled in so many different fights.
Oh my gosh, it was awful.
When you
What
first got that
what did
thing,
it
we were
have?
really hopeful for it. It came with EQ, man.
Oh shoot.
And like it was great. It's just this ROM wasn't good for it.
Yeah.
No, and the
It had
Psybeam
EQ,
Moltres really
strength,
hurt.
earthquake, and drill peck, or EQ, strength, drill peck, and cross chop.
That's like a near perfect move set.
Yeah,
That's really unfortunate that you couldn't make it work out.
Yeah, some of those early Kanto gym attempts just
yeah.
were rough. I'm sorry to say. I've been in
Yeah,
that
Surge was a
position, so I feel your
monster
pain.
again.
Yeah, in case you were wondering, Ben, I picked up as soon as I picked up the key items in Ekritik, I went to Olivine hoping to find the Surf HM, which
Mhm.
wasn't there, but the Super Rod was there. So I grabbed that, went back to Ekritik to do the gym because I knew that had to be the plain badge since it was the only badge available to me, and
Yeah.
the only remaining key item check could be the squirt bottle item. So I knew it had to be plain badge, and then I needed it to progress. I just went back. And then I went to Route 42 to fish, and after finding two not so great things on Ekritik, and the Gengar was the first thing. It had
Oh, I never saw the Gengar.
Yeah, it was on
But
Route
for one
42's
fish
fishing.
encounter on that route, I didn't get to see.
It had Thunder, Sacred Fire, and I taught it the Hydro Pump TM. And then right after I beat, I didn't miss anything in Morty's gym. None of those attacks missed at all.
Yeah, that was
and then
incredible.
and then I got Surf in and taught it over Hydro Pump, and then I got the Sketch TM and taught it over my fourth move, which I think was Spite. What kind of rando?
Yeah.
And eventually I missed a Thunder on a Golbat that used Psychic on me, so I learned Psychic off of that.
Yeah. Nice.
This was an insane move set on the Gengar.
Yeah, it really was. So, gentlemen, first off, I know Paradox does as well. We want to thank you for putting on an amazing race. It was a lot of fun to watch.
It
Thank
was.
you.
And then, secondly, did you have anything you wanted to say to the people? The wonderful people of Twitch chat.
I am really disappointed. I saw the Azu on the first route, and I was tempted to make Paradox angry by going back and catching it.
Why?
I was very pleased to see Delibird as the first Pokemon that we see in the game, as well as seeing a Delibird on Red.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
You're just happy because you got to kill Christmas twice.
No, I was happy that it was a Paradox ROM.
It definitely wasn't a Geo ROM. There were actual mains.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a Snow Bear ROM because, well...
He wasn't even around.
And there was actual logic to the ROM.
I was trying to avoid doing Blind Rock Tunnel after I just botched it up so hard yesterday. Or not yesterday, on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that cost me the game.
Yeah,
That's what progress was. I did every single other check.
Yes, Secret Potion being vanilla was unfortunate, and then Jasmine had Hive. Or no, Jasmine didn't have Hive. She had Storm.
And
Janine had Hive. I was really glad that Jasmine had Hive, had Storm instead of Hive, because it meant that only Janine could have it. It screwed up my usual pathing in that I couldn't do Janine late, but it wasn't too bad because I could just fly away.
How did you feel about Blue just being Bugsy in disguise?
I thought that was hilarious, and if Forcefully Evolved was on, he would have had 2 Ariadoses.
Yeah.
That was great.
It was definitely fun to watch. So, Geo, out of my personal curiosity, how was this in terms of average and PB for you?
It was a little slower than my average for me, and compared to my PB, it was a little over 20 minutes slower. Because my PB in Key Adamander with Rockets is 2:06:55.
Okay.
That's a good time.
That's a really good time.
And then without Rockets, it's I haven't gotten a sub 2 yet, but like it's only a matter of time because there's no Rockets just saves so much time.
Yeah, and routing on no Rockets is just weird.
It's not too weird. It just means you have less checks you need to do and one less key item you need to finish.
Yeah. It just makes the normal routing that we're used to with rockets different because you gotta
Yeah.
force yourself out of it.
Yeah, you don't have as much of a long training arc because you get to skip at least 20 fights, 20 to 31 fights. But like you usually have like roughly the same amount of experience. Like you have a little bit less if you stick with something that you found on like 29 or 30 or your starter. So you'd probably be like level 55 to 57 going into red instead of like over 60. But the big reason why I like to do early Snorlax so often is because Rocket List encourages finding a high level main quickly.
Very true. Very true.
All right.
I was slightly disappointed that it was a Magneton, but yeah.
Oh, we had guesses all across the board for that thing. In chat, it was great.
The Magneton had one move, and it was Thunder Shock.
Nice.
Yeah, Paracheck.
Well, I could have gotten Blizzard because I picked up that Blizzard TM at some point.
Yeah, I was.
I think that was
cheating all over
Erica's. I think that was Erica's TM. And then, if I hadn't already taught Flamethrower to Gengar, I would have taught it to the Magneton if I switched to it. Same for Sketch.
Yeah, you both actually ran sketch strats, which was really cool to see.
All right. Well, I think that I'm good on questions. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, I got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
All right, so I'm going to let everyone know that in about 30 minutes, we had the match between Furious Magic and T-Pat happening on Randomania 2. And in just about 2.5 hours, our own Overlord Zeta here will be going up against, I believe, Sea of Darkness.
That is correct.
So Sea of Darkness and Overlord Zeta is part of Losers Round 1. Same with Furious Magic and T-Pat. And with this win, Geo will face the winner of Sea of Darkness and Zeta.
Oh man, now
That's
I
true.
have even more incentive to play my brains out.
Dang, darn right.
I want to fight Geo in the next round so bad. As I told everybody before, Geo has been item, so if I could face him and or maybe even beat him in one of these, that would be flipping phenomenal.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and lead us out. Thank you everyone for watching. Please be sure to give these great racers a follow, and my co-commentator Overlord Zeta as well. He'll be racing later today, and he is another great racer.
Thank you, Para. I appreciate that. And drop a follow for Para if you don't. He's an awesome dude.
Drop a follow for everyone.
Yes, follows all around. And with that, I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful day.